Hey there, I'm Josh, and today I'm going to be just joshing around doing
an unboxing video.
This is the DeWalt DW735 thickness planer. I recently bought it in preparation for some upcoming projects. I've never had a planer before, and in fact, up to this point, I've never even used one. So, just like anything else that I buy, I did quite a bit of extensive research before I decided on purchasing this one. I had considered buying a Delta planer, mainly in the interest of continuing brand consistency. But after reading countless professional and customer reviews, I decided that this one would be my best bet. This planer has 13-inch wide board capacity, 3 knives, 2 speeds, and a powerful 15-amp motor. After installing both the height adjustment wheel and the dust collection attachment, I thought it'd be a good idea to crank it up and go ahead and stick my fingers up there to see if I can slice them open. No luck yet, but we'll try again. It has this handy little T-handle Allen wrench included to quickly loosen all the bolts in the top cover. This isn't something that I really needed to do, as this thing is ready to go right out of the box. But I thought it'd be a good idea to familiarize myself with everything and see how it works. Plus, I really just want to get my fingers cut, apparently. Anyway, that right there is the part that does all the work. The cutter head that holds all 3 knives. It's good to know how to access it for whenever I need to change or sharpen any of the knives. One thing that I'll say about this thing so far is that it's built really well. Not one part of it feels flimsy at all. When adjusting the cut thickness, one really nice feature that's included is this material removal gauge on the front. If you hold the end of the board in there flat and firm, and then slowly lower the planer down, the needle moves up on the gauge to show you how much material is going to be removed with each pass. It's a handy little feature which I can see being especially useful when doing any sort of finish planing. Now, let's try this bad boy out. One thing you'll notice is just how quiet it is. You really have to concentrate to even hear it run. It's really nice because if you happen to have any nosy neighbors, don't worry about it, they'll never know that you're using it. Alright, I can't keep that joke going. I had to turn down the volume because holy crap is this thing loud. But who cares? That's what we have hearing protection for, right? Anyway, when I started, this board was over 1 inch thick, but I wanted to get it down to 3/4 of an inch. To do that, you've probably noticed that I've been planing it with the speed selector switch in the number 2 position. This is a lower cut count speed meant for dimensional planing. Once the board gets down closer to its final dimension, I flip it over to the number 1 position in order to finish it off. With the higher cut count speed selected, I lower the carriage down a little bit, perform one final pass on the one side of the board, and then flip it over, lower the carriage down to its final cutting thickness, and perform the last pass on the board. This left me with a really smooth and nicely milled surface on both sides of the board. And even though this is just a test piece of scrap, I'm still pretty happy with the results. Now, one really important feature that I haven't mentioned yet is this little turret stop on the side. This adjustable knob allows you to plane down multiple boards with accurate repeatability to ensure the correct end thickness every time. The dust collection for this planer is really good, mainly due to the fact that it's not passive and relying on the vacuum from the hose. It's actually propelling all the chips into the vacuum. In fact, I unintentionally tested just how effective the dust collection is when I paused at this moment to go up and eat dinner, come back down, and test another board, and realized that I didn't have it hooked up. Whoops. Not gonna do that again. Anyway, I'm very happy with this planer so far, and I'm really looking forward to using it in the near future. One upgrade that I purchased is the extension tables for both the in-feed and out-feed, but they haven't arrived yet. One thing you might want to consider if you're thinking about purchasing this planer is to go with the DW735X instead of this one. It's about $50 more than this one, but you get both the extension tables and an extra set of knives, which is pretty good considering the fact that if you buy the extension tables separately, then they cost $50 by themselves, essentially giving you the extra set of knives for free in the combo kit. The only reason I didn't get that version is because it wasn't in stock and I was just too impatient, apparently. Regardless, it's just something you might want to consider. Well, that about wraps it up for this one. This video wasn't meant as any sort of in-depth review or tutorial on this planer, but as more of a beginner's look just to get familiarized with it. Having said that, hopefully you enjoyed this video and found it at least a little bit helpful. I'm really looking forward to using this thing for some future projects coming up, so keep an eye out for that. Hopefully this will be my last major tool purchase to get me set up as a fully functioning workshop here. Well, besides all that stuff that I recently upgraded to as well. Anyway, I've gone on long enough, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.